and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for carnival if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
It's here at a newsstand near you. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win $1,000 instantly when you purchase the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. It's quick and easy for your chance to win. A unique number will be printed at the back of each Guardian newspaper daily. Purchase your Guardian newspaper, then join JW for the daily Guardian Lucky Number Draw, the winning number on just before the nightly news on CNC3. If the number drawn matches the unique number at the back of your Guardian newspaper, then $1,000 is yours. Just bring the winning Guardian newspaper and a picture ID to Guardian Media Limited. You have until 3 p.m. the following workday to claim your prize. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win. NLCB approved.
Are you at home feeling isolated? Don't worry, we will bring the world to you. The nation's first and leading newspaper, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, is extending a special home delivery for 30 days for just $99. Yes, for just $99, you can get the TNT Guardian newspaper, the fastest growing and most read newspaper, most credible and highest reader value, and voted tops for best publication by more readers than any other newspaper, delivered to your home. It's easy to subscribe to our home delivery. Simply call us now at 225-4465 extension 4274 and speak to one of our customer service representatives, and we will bring the world to you.
We are the fourth estate. We educate, we inform, and we hold those in authority, politicians, business leaders, and others, to account.
Connecting the public to the truth drives our purpose here at CNC3. When we stand behind a desk every single night, a lot of people don't know that we're a huge part of the news process. We eat, breathe, and sleep news. And that reflects in everything that we do as a news team.
Every day we tell the stories of people's journey through life. Stories of their success, stories of their sadness, stories of their grief, stories of their glory. We're the mirror in which society looks at itself.
When a storm is coming, everyone always thinks worst case scenario, and sometimes it may just be a brief shower or two. It's not always going to be a green veil level event. So it's important to have the most credible and accurate information coming from a verified source.
Welcome, you're watching the 7 o'clock news on CNC3.
Calling all filmmakers, producers, content creators, influencers, and recording artists. If you're looking to rent a versatile studio space with green screen, video wall, cyclorama, and more, look no further. GM Labs is here to make your dreams a reality. Located in the heart of Port of Spain on St. Vincent Street, GM Labs is your one-stop shop for all your creative needs with over 2,800 square feet to work with. Take your creative concept to the final product at GM Labs. Give us a call or WhatsApp or message us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at GM Labs TT.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Help us tell your stories.
We all see the negatives happening here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Let us begin the conversation
with inspiring content.
Targeting change.
Inspire TT. Be the change.
The Digital Guardian launches this all-new upgraded Digital Guardian app. This all-new upgraded Digital Guardian app gives you live news on the go. Now get real-time news faster with notifications free of charge to keep you informed on breaking stories. Customize your news feed with only articles you are interested in for easier, comfortable reading and with same convenient access to the digital paper. Visit the iOS App Store and Google Play Store to download or update the Digital Guardian app, the most credible news in TNT. Already have an account? Simply tap on the resource subscription button in settings to sign in. It's a free update.
Make sure you have yourself a great invest week by viewing The Boss Report every Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. during CNC3's The Morning Brew. You'll get sound financial advice, whether you're a new or experienced investor, when you view The Boss Report. CNC3, covering your world.
Get the nation's leading newspaper on the go by downloading the Digital Guardian app on your iOS or Android devices now and enjoy our special introductory subscription offer now on. The nation's first and best digital paper in an easy-to-read digital format. The Digital Guardian, Trinidad and Tobago's fastest growing, most subscribed, and most read digital paper. Stay on top with the market leader and don't miss a beat in today's fast-paced world. Go to Apple Store or Google Play and download now.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for the carnival if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
Are you at home feeling isolated? Don't worry, we will bring the world to you. The nation's first and leading newspaper, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, is extending a special home delivery for 30 days for just $99. Yes, for just $99, you can get the TNT Guardian newspaper, the fastest growing and most read newspaper, most credible and highest reader value, and voted tops for best publication by more readers than
The Defence Force in particular will be looking to turn things around themselves, having slipped to their third draw of this season last weekend. And of course, it would mean that AC Port of Spain could be in some problems this afternoon. We heard earlier from representatives on either side about how they'll approach this next 90 minutes. Walton Rega of AC Port of Spain, tell me about your prospects, or what you think your prospects are against the Defence Force here this afternoon.
Well, we know it will be a tough battle, but I think the boys are ready and they are willing to go and fight for it.
The last time around, this one didn't quite go in your favour. What would you do differently this time?
I think we need to be a little more solid at the back. We have to take our chances when we do get the chances and execute.
Just kind of hovering around the dressing room, I've seen and heard some whispers of maybe a surprise or two in your lineup today.
Yeah, we had 2 additional players from the national team, and I think they lift the whole dressing room, and they have a bit of quality that they could add to the team.
Care to name them, Coach?
Yes, we are Dwayne Mockett and Jamil Neptune joining us.
Thank you very much. Head coach of AC Port of Spain, Walton Rega. Rodal Elcock of the Defence Force joins us. A bit of difference in the Defence Force starting 11. Is that as a result of injuries or just to freshen things up a bit?
No, I don't think so. I think we have a strong team, and we had to rotate players to give players rest. So at the end of the day, everyone capable who on the field, everyone capable of playing whatever position.
The Defence Force has kind of slipped away from Terminix Locketa Rangers in the last week. What is the intention tonight against AC Port of Spain?
I think they didn't really slip away, but at the end of the day, our intention is come on the day and get 3 points. Yeah? As simple as it is.
How difficult do you think that would be against AC Port of Spain? They've shown an upturn in form, and as well they have some new players coming in as well.
Yeah, I think from watching the league, as we could see from last night into tonight, we know that the players, the teams did their homework. So we know that each team would come a little stronger, a little bit more organized in terms of playing the football. So I think tonight our chances, I think we just have to do what we did on the training park, believe what we did on the training park, and we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
All right, Rodal Elcock of the Defence Force, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
So there you heard it from both AC Port of Spain and the Defence Force ahead of this next encounter here at the Arima Velodrome. Promises to be a really exciting clash between these two teams. As mentioned, AC Port of Spain currently 7th, and they have a form guide of a win, 2 defeats, and then 2 wins in their last 5 matches in chronological order. So 3 wins in their last 5. The Defence Force have 4 wins in their last 5, of course, but last weekend blemished by a draw. And this is how AC Port of Spain will line up. Jadel Poon Lewis is in goal. Sion Thomas, Malik Mirez, Kareem Eastman, and Maurice Ford make up their defense. Anthony Charles, the captain, will anchor their midfield. And coming in, as mentioned, some exciting players. Jamil Neptune, one of them. Michel Punanjaran, Shondell Augustus, who got a goal last weekend. Sadil McLean and Che Benny will make up their starting 11. Dwayne Muckett, as previously mentioned, will be on the substitutes bench to start this one. For the Defence Force, they've taken the opportunity to mix and match somewhat. Out is their top goal scorer and the leading goal scorer in this competition, Jamil Botswain. And of course, instead, they'll go with Brent Sam making a return to the starting 11. He'll partner Dwight Quintero, who is also into the starting 11. Rayon Moore is the ever-present man and, of course, certainly will be looking to get some goals himself. Jamil Cooper, Dylan King, and Kevin Goddard, Trinidad and Tobago International, make up their midfield. And their defense is, again, anchored by their captain, Curtis Gonzalez, partnering Jamali Garcia, Jelani Felix, and Jules Lee. Christopher Biggett is in goal. Promises to be an exciting 90 minutes here from the Arima Velodrome, as match number 2 of the Saturday evening doubleheader gets set to kick off in just a few moments. It's a crucial juncture for both these teams, especially considering what they have next on the horizon. AC Port of Spain will take on 3rd place Police next weekend, and the Defence Force will play Kunupia FC, who we saw earlier held to a 0-0 draw against Maruga FC. Here are your officials. Crystal Sobers takes charge. She'll be assisted by Karen Myers and Comey Nicholas. The 4th official is Keelan Bacchus. As we see the players greeting one another before kickoff, the Defence Force donned in blue with white trim, and AC Port of Spain will retain their yellow, all yellow strip. Seems to have been bringing them all the luck in this competition. Last weekend they were able to rebound after a run of 2 defeats with a win. The last time these two teams met in the first round, the Defence Force came away with a narrow 2-1 win. That was back on April 18th. And certainly they'll be at it, hoping to be able to conjure a similar result or even greater here this evening. The captains once again are Curtis Gonzalez for the Defence Force and Anthony Simple Charles for AC Port of Spain. And we are just moments away from kickoff here at the Arima Velodrome. Final words of encouragement by the officiating contingent, led once more by Crystal Sobers. And so too the teams enter their final huddle, lending each other encouragement and well wishes for the 90 minutes ahead. Just to the right of screen, right bottom of screen, is Jamil Neptune, one of the players coming in for AC Port of Spain. And of course, he is a utility player. Only recently, senior national men's head coach Angus Eve would have brought him into his team in a defensive capacity, and it seems as though he'll play in the attack for AC Port of Spain today. So we've had kickoff, and here come AC Port of Spain with Neptune almost immediately. A good ball played out by Michel Punanjaran. Shows for it now, gets it back from Kareem Eastman, and that's a stray pass, a rare stray pass from Punanjaran. It's going to be an early throw-in for the defense force, marshaled by Jules Lee, the number 20. This man has certainly been synonymous with an upturn and an upsurge in AC Port of Spain fortunes. Jadel Poon Lewis in goal. He missed the earlier stages of the tournament, but once he was able to get into the starting 11, he's never looked back and certainly has been integral to their fortunes. Couldn't keep a clean sheet last weekend. We hope to do so today against a very potent defense force led by Dwight Quintero, who's going in search of it there and stretching to put in that tackle on Malik Mirez. It's going to be a free kick then to AC Port of Spain. Poon Lewis urges his team forward. Just aims this one towards Neptune, headed away by Lee. No doubt Angus Eve has instructed some of these players to seek domestic employment. Neptune most recently played in the United States. And now that the national team is out of action for quite some time, it's going to be of utmost importance that these players remain active. As for Dwayne Muckett, who we mentioned is on the bench for AC Port of Spain, he too has been without a club for the better part of 2 years, including the entire stretch of the, or most of the stretch of the COVID-19 pandemic. So it's good to see him back involved in the local game. Here's Punanjaron, gets this one out to Sion Thomas, and it's played forward to Sadale McLean, the man they call Skem. Charles to Ford. On the outside of him is Eastman, and ahead of him is Benny as well as Neptune. And it's clear from the onset that they are looking to involve Neptune heavily. Here he is, Neptune, pressing higher. Defense force clear this one. It's can't be taken down by Sam. And then Jamil Cooper comes through the back of Charles. No foul, says the referee. Sobers. Brent Sam goes on the attack against Maurice Ford. This is a good cross and a layoff before Charles gets it away. Picked up now by McLean and to Benny. This is a good switch of play. Can't be hunted down, however, by Augustus. Jamali Garcia for the defense force. Pumps it forward now to Moore. Cleared away for a throw-in for the defense force. Rion Moore, also another Trinidad and Tobago international, recently involved with Angus Eve in the Nations League. And here come now AC Port Spain through McLean and Augustus, cut out though by Garcia. Or rather, this is Curtis Gonzalez, the captain. Headed away for a throw-in by Maurice Ford. Rion Moore, recently involved with the national team. He missed a bit of this competition with an injury, so it's good to see him back in fit enough shape to be involved with the defense force as well as the national team. Here's Quintero now, plays this one out towards Sam. Can be a nuisance, couldn't quite pull that one in. Certainly in Moore's absence, this was the man that the defense force relied upon for their goals. Acquitted himself quite well. able to notch a few goals himself, but it's Jamil Botswain, who's out of the starting 11 tonight, that continues to lead the scorers chart. Cleared away now by AC Port of Spain. They win it back. This is Benny. He loses out to Cooper. It's with Moore. Still Moore. Cooper. And it's just bobbling around. The Defence Force players protest before Poon Lewis gets it to Benny. Benny will look ahead, asking Shondell Augustus to go after it. He gets the better of Gonzalez. Stutters momentarily. This is Shondell Augustus. Slips it back now to Sion Thomas. Doesn't take it cleanly, but he'll have a crack. That's a wasted effort by Sion Thomas. And rightfully so, he hangs his head and apologizes to his teammates. Six and a half minutes gone. That's a giveaway by Moore. Stamped out by Eastman. Neptune now gets it back to Punanjaran. He flicks it away to Malik Mirez. And he shares it now with Sion Thomas. This is Thomas. Ahead of him is McLean, but he can't get it past Moore. Wins it back. This is Thomas now to Punanjaran. Punanjaran has options in Shea Benny as well as Kareem Eastman. That's the choice. And Eastman now clips this one up. Shea Benny goes after it. Christopher Biggett comes a long way. He had to win it. He does. And it's going to be a... This is going to be a corner kick early on for AC Port of Spain. That man, Shea Benny, is the obvious choice to swing it in. Smooth operator he is. It's going to be on his favored left foot, so it's swinging away from Christopher Biggett's goal. Actually, he attempts to drill this one rather, and this is Sadil McLean now picking up the second ball. Back to Punanjaran. Oh, good skill, but he loses out to Quintero. Quintero is on the burst. He has one across, gets it now to Cooper. It's a wayward pass. Cooper will keep it in as the Defence Force players, the cavalry arrives now. It's laid back to Goddard. This is Goddard to Sam. It's with Quintero. Good save by Poon Lewis. Still alive. Rayon Moore called for a foul. Not quite sure what referee Sobers would have seen, but AC Port of Spain have been let off the hook. Jadel Poon Lewis rather with a good foot save to preserve the scoreline. Approaching the 10-minute mark, referee Sobers certainly in the midst of the action that time, and she called a free kick, thankfully, to AC Port of Spain in their favor. Hasn't been what has become expected of him so far in this match. It's just bouncing off of him. Here come now the Defence Force, another wayward pass that time. Quintero unable to link effectively. Ball on Shea Benny. Almost 10 minutes gone. Heads go up for AC Port of Spain, and this now is Neptune. That's a really terrible pass. The idea was there because Sadil McLean was certainly on his way forward, but that ball was way behind him by Neptune. Here again comes the Defence Force. Once again, it's a giveaway by Moore. AC Port of Spain can't quite clear it. Do so now through Thomas. It comes back their way though. Maurice Ford with a good header. Neptune now. Charles. Eastman is the relief. And ahead of him, Augustus is always a willing runner. Now it's Benny back to Eastman. Maurice Ford will use the option of Poon Lewis and get it back instantaneously. Eastman, good ball inward to Benny and a good flick on to Punanjaron. They're really starting to motor here now. AC Port of Spain. The player being held that time was Neptune. Lee, the guilty party for the defense force. They take it quickly. This is McLean. Across goal is Augustus, and on the outside now arrives Cian Thomas. You cross it in. Forced to Augustus. He wasn't expecting it. And the defense force clear it away through Sam. Ford now. Ups against going backward, but for a brief moment. This is Mirez. Punanjaron now. Composure, the name of the game these days. I can think of a time where a player wouldn't dare attempt a pass like that across the face of his goal, as the coaches would sometimes shout. Do not pass across your goal. Here comes now Augustus. Big at clears. And it's a big clearance indeed. One back by Mirez. He's looking to send Neptune on the way. Okay, now it's Kevin Goddard. Chips this one forward to Brent Sam. Sam will think about taking his man on. Sides against it, but plays a drilled ball in towards Moore. And again, rather that's Quintero. And this will be a shot blocked away by Mirez. And foul committed then on Ford by Cooper. So the defense force frontmen unable to stick those touches. As you see that time, Quintero couldn't take that ball down. A drilled ball by Sam. Lewis is going to have to take this one back a few meters, as instructed by referee Sobers. Still not quite where it's supposed to be. Now Sobers is satisfied. Poon Lewis can get us on. It's a poor distribution. Oh, good stuff there by Shea Benny. Leaves Goddard scrambling. He gets back though. And then Goddard is able to now spring Brent forward. Brent Sam, that is. He has players arriving. That time just put too much on the delivery, and it's over the head of Quintero and out for a throw-in. Really beautiful piece of skill that time by Benny in the middle of the park. To just clip it over the head of Goddard. "15 minutes gone in the first half. Still 0-0 between AC Port of Spain and the defense force. The boys in yellow of AC Port of Spain, intent on reversing the fortunes of the first time these two teams met in the competition, resulted in a 2-1 win for the Defence Force. Here now is Anthony Charles, given away. Goddard, given away by him as well. Played into the feet of Augustus, but he loses out to Jules Lee, who's a long way away from home. The right back for the Defence Force. But here they come now. This is a ball looking for more. Couldn't quite get there. Moore poked away from him. This is McLean now. Goes on the outside. This is McLean. He will swing a cross in. Neptune was gambling towards the front post and it was delivered at the back. You chase it down, keep it in. Clips this one forward now to Augustus, but he can't quite get a foot on it. And it's with Bigot. Good take by Brent Sam now. Not much happening in front of him. Gets it to Cooper. Cooper plays this one forward to Quintero, and he loses out to a biting challenge by Mirez. The Defence Force will reset. Gonzalez out wider to Sam. 3 across the middle for Brent Sam. Michel Penangeron though knows how to get his body in and comes away with it over the much bigger Brent Sam, and this is Benny now. Flicks this one to the far side. McLean will give chase. So there McLean cuts inside onto his left foot, has a shot, it's deflected and just somehow stays out of the back of the net. The oohs and ahs go up like a chorus around the Arima Velodrome. And somehow that one stayed out of the corner of the Defence Force goal. One more look at it. McLean hesitated on the shot somewhat. And there seemed to be ball striking hand. We'll have a better look of it here. Yes. Certainly did seem to hit the hand of Curtis Gonzalez, making a last-ditch challenge. Referee Sober says, though, that it wasn't an infringement, and so it's only a corner kick to AC Port of Spain. Their second. Che Benny to swing it in. Tune with a wild swing. Still alive though for AC Port of Spain. Recycled to Benny. Oh, good cut inside by Benny and puts it onto his right foot. And a good goal by Neptune. So an immediate impact by the man brought in by AC Port of Spain to help them continue their winning ways in this competition. Che Benny with a delicious cross, and Neptune met it high at its highest point and gives AC Port of Spain the lead in this one. So that goal coming just before the 20th minute mark. Let's have another look. Kunanjuran recycling this to Benny. Benny wasn't shy to go onto his weaker right foot. And look at that delivery. Neptune had every right to go for it and met it before Bigot. And it went in off the underside of the crossbar to give AC Port of Spain a 1-0 lead. Are we in for an upset here tonight? The Defence Force, one of 2 teams still unbeaten in this tournament. The other, AC Terminix Loughborough Rangers. They've won 10 of their matches and drawn 2, including one last night, which was a win against, a 2-1 win for them, rather, against Central Soccer World. And the Defence Force They have drawn 3 matches, including last weekend against Deportivo Point Fortin. If it stays this way, they could be staring at their first defeat. This is Neptune linking with Benny again. Benny will think about the shot, has it, but it's just swerving the wrong way. Swerving the wrong way that time. Shea Benny and Neptune linking. Certainly they seem to have some sort of understanding, that pair. Here was Neptune again, sliding this one into the feet of Benny. He rode the challenge, and then was trying to pick out that far corner. What a goal that would have been. Benny and Neptune again. This time Benny trying to put this one over the top for Augustus. Gets this one back to Gonzalez. The defense force rocked here early on. A goal scored in the 19th minute leaves them trailing AC Port of Spain. And here come the men in yellow now. Punanjaron has it on the right side. Ahead of him is McLean, trying to flick it past Jelani Felix. Only succeeds in winning a throw-in for his team. Two number 7s will have an interesting battle on their hands this evening. McLean for AC Port of Spain and Jelani Felix for the defense force. Meanwhile though, this is the defense force. AC Port of Spain win it back. Benny. Sam now for defense force. Cooper can't pick a forward pass, and Punanjaron will step forward. This is a good ball over the top for McLean. And he will try to lob. Wow, what an effort. He spotted Bigot way off his line. Seemed to measure it perfectly that time, McLean. But much to Bigot's relief, there was just too much on it. Would have been a contender for goal of the evening. Somehow just over the bar. We saw one of those actually scored by, or attempted by, his teammate last weekend, Kyle Bartholomew. He's out of the starting lineup today, Bartholomew. But certainly McLean has the invention. Thomas now to Punanjaron. Harassed by Goddard. Thomas gets it back. So now is Mirez back to Lewis. Safety first. Through into the defense force. So approaching 25 minutes played. The defense force trailing AC Port of Spain 1-0. That goal scored in the 19th minute by Jamil Neptune, a new addition to the AC Port of Spain ranks, and making an immediate impact for his new team. You know, as Dwight Lewis turning his man. This is Rion Moore in support. Malik Mirez fights back. Still with Moore. Gets it over. It's too long for Sam. As Jules Lee in support picks out a beautiful pass to Cooper and deflected away by Anthony Charles for a defense force corner kick. So the AC Port of Spain bench, fairly relaxed. Perhaps maybe even too relaxed by the yawns of one player. But they do lead in this one 1-0. The defense force will look to address that here now. This is Jelani Felix with the corner kick. It's whipped in towards the back post. Rayon Moore keeps it alive. And then there to bang it home is Dwight Quintero, leveling the scores in the 27th minute. Rayon Moore never gave up on the corner kick and nutted it back across goal where Quintero was waiting to sweep it in. Just like that, the defense force are back on level terms. 1-1. They're going again. Benny to Eastman. Eastman now will play this one forward for Augustus. Header won by Gonzalez. Neptune has it now, but he's being fought all the way by Lee. Here come the defense force again. Sam will have a crack. And this one is wide of the mark. So just like that, the defense force able to pull a goal back and almost at the snap of a finger. They were almost ahead. Brent Sam's effort though wide of the mark. Aftermath of that melee, Maurice Ford shown a yellow card for a robust challenge, to say the least, on Dwight Quintero. Brent Sam is one of those types of players that can make things happen the blink of an eye. And moments ago he was just whiskers away from suddenly giving the defense force a lead for the first time in this one. AC Port of Spain. This is good work by Augustus. Played into Benny. Benny will slip this one behind. Around the back for Neptune, and just like that, Neptune has a second. But once more, it's that almost telepathic connection between Shea Benny and Neptune that unlocks the defense force and puts them back into the lead in the 30th minute. Jamil Neptune, what a player, what an introduction, what an addition to this AC Port of Spain side. Let's have another look. Shea Benny picks it up in midfield, and then the no-look pass around the back door. When Neptune was waiting to pick it up. Ooh, what a ball. The reverse angle shows us just how brilliant Shea Benny's pass was. And Neptune's finish giving them a 2-1 lead. And boy, do they deserve it. So this game, just half an hour played, and already we've seen 3 goals in it. To be fair, it's been really open. Both sides have had shies at goal. But it's AC Port of Spain that is able to convert 2 of them so far, while the defense force has scored just once through Dwight Quintero. We have a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. It is the Ascension Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. Long throw in by the defense force. Sam gets it to Cooper, but it ricochets back to Sam now. He switched sides. And that time, referee Sobers adjudicates that the goal kick rather is in favor of AC Port of Spain and not a defense force corner kick as Brent Sam might have thought. And that man on your screen, Che Benny, has been central to everything AC Port of Spain has done, positively moving forward. 2 assists already, both of them connecting beautifully with their new addition, Jamil Neptune. Long header won there by Sam. AC Port of Spain pick it back up good. This is Ford. Plays it into Benny. Good flick onto Augustus. He goes down, but referee Sobers says no foul, and then certainly that was a foul by Anthony Charles, taking matters into his own hands, it seems, and showing a yellow card. Take it quickly. This is Cooper into Quintero. The offside flag is up on this near side, and referee Sobers only just now sees it, bringing that scrap to an end. So just over 10 minutes remaining in this first half. The AC Port of Spain 2, the defense force 1. This is the way it ended the last time they met in the first round of this tournament. Only that time it was in favor of the defense force. But I'll tell you what, this one is far from over. And I'll go so far as to even wager that there may be more goals to come. Dwight Quintero thought he had put the defense force onto the front foot with his equalizer coming in the 27th minute, but just 3 minutes later, Jamil Neptune got his second of the match, restoring AC Port of Spain's 1-goal advantage. Here they come now, the Soldiers. It's with Felix. Tipping this one over the top, looking for Sam. He's fouled out of it, says referee Sobers. Free kick to the defense force. Felix has 5 defense force bodies in and around the penalty area. Gets it onto the head of Rayon Moore. His glancing header, though, is off target. stooping header that time by Rayon Moore after the delivery by Jelani Felix. Flicked on by Moore at the first post. He's looking for that far corner. Unable to direct it sufficiently though, and it went out for a goal kick to AC Port of Spain. Based on the way things have progressed so far in this match, it's AC Port of Spain that certainly has the advantage. This time a quick free kick is taken, stunning the defense force once more. Shondell Augustus, and guess who has a hat-trick of assists? It's Che Benny catching the defense force completely off guard. And just like that, it's AC Port of Spain, 3-1 over the defense force. Foul was committed in the play. AC Port of Spain took the free kick quickly. Benny setting Augustus free. And then Augustus just doing what he had to do to stroke it past Bigot and give AC Port of Spain a 2-goal advantage. So the defense force could very well be staring at their first defeat in this Ascension tournament. See a tackle coming in there by McLean. Missing ball and man, fortunately for him. Now the defense force though, this is Cooper. Slides it into Quintero, and then Cooper shot is charged down. Quintero now, snapshot wide of the mark. Poon Lewis was cemented to his spot. As Quintero shot on the turn, but it was wide of the mark. The defense force still very much alive in this one and able to fashion some chances for themselves. They'd hope to convert 1 or 2 of them, perhaps even more, in the remaining 6 minutes of normal time in this first half. Here they come again. Goddard winning the header. Then flicked on by Cooper. Still just bubbling around. Goddard again winning the header, but Tion Thomas now steps forward for AC Port of Spain to clear. Clean just bundles into his man. Then the defense force, by playing that free kick quickly, perhaps spared McLean some punishment, but they are in now. This is Cooper. He had made a really intelligent run around the back, then trying to clip this one over the top. Rayon Moore has to chase it down. Then his pass is off target. This is Augustus. Shondell Augustus gets it back now to Neptune. Lets it run to Eastman. Eastman again now to Augustus. Neptune completely misses that one. I didn't see a foul there. And this is Cooper now playing Brent Salmon. He's thinking about hitting it on the volley. Goes against it in the end, and then just toe pokes it off his defender for a defense force corner kick. It's a quite open affair. Neptune is the player grounded. He continues to argue that he was fouled in the build-up by Kevin Goddard. Referee Sobers thought otherwise, and now Neptune is having a discussion with the fourth official, Keelan Backus. As Referee Sobers now trots over to Neptune to have a word with the player herself. Here now is going to be a defense force corner kick. Swung in by Dylan King rather, and it's another header, free header, leading to another corner kick for the defense force. Jelani Felix will come over. So we're into the final 5 minutes of the first half. AC Port of Spain have certainly upset the apple cart here. 3 goals on the defense force. Here now is Felix with the corner kick. Flicked away by Merez. It's going to be yet another corner kick for the Army. 3 in succession now. This one will be taken charge of by Dylan King. It's a good ball in, but Jadal Poon Lewis is equal to it, punches it away. Still alive for the defense force. Jelani Felix, left-footed he is. He'll have a crack. That's not going to be Poon Lewis, not even on his worst day. Poon Lewis wants to hurry them forward now. This is a looping, bowled out ball towards Neptune. Well defended. This one up to Neptune. Brent Sam is doing the defending. Charles steps in though, and this is Benny still. The ball just seems to be stuck to his feet, and so too Neptune. Benny again now. This is a good ball in towards Kunandra. Nodded on for Augustus, but he's offside, says the far side assistant. But what a build-up that was. Comey Nicholas aware that Augustus had just strayed into an offside position. But the build-up play there was magical. Benny and Neptune showing off their close control. Neptune, the player right of screen there, certainly has had an impact as the new face, the new kid on the block for AC Port of Spain. 2 goals already, continuing to link really well with Che Benny, especially at the fulcrum of this AC Port of Spain attack. So we're into the 45th. Fourth official, Keelan Backus, is now preparing to display how much additional time we'll have to end it. But not before the defense force earns another free kick at the edge of the penalty area. That time, Anthony Charles making a clumsy challenge on Jamil Cooper. Referee Sobers moved to award a free kick. So we're going to have 3 minutes. 3 minutes of additional time to end the first half. But the defense force will have a chance to draw themselves closer to AC Port of Spain before the end of the first half with this free kick. It's in a really inviting position for the likes of Jelani Felix and Brent Sam, both of whom wheel their left feet to great effect. Looks like it's going to be Sam aiming at the back corner and beating Jadal Poon Lewis low and to his right. defense force pulling one back just at the stroke of half time, showing that you can never really count them out. So Sam really getting the better of Quinn Lewis, who should have done better with that effort. That's the side of the goal he's responsible for. Should have seen it coming by the way both Sam and Felix shaped themselves. But still, defense force have clawed their way back once again from 3-1 down. It's now 3-2, approaching half time. Less than a minute and a half. In a hurry to take this throw in the defense force. Sam was the player that time, gets it all the way back to Felix. Now it's cleared away by Jamali Garcia, and allowed to run through to Poon Lewis. He'll take some seconds off the clock, inviting Quintero. Good ball forward by Poon Lewis to Augustus. Referee Silva says play on. Here's the advantage, and now it's wide on the right with Thomas. His touch is terrible. It allows Felix to pick it up now, bring the defense force forward. This is Goddard. Plays it out wide to Moore. Tries to take evasive action. Now it's with Jamil Cooper. He has an overlap. Slips this one through. Could still get to a defense force player, but it's cleared away by Malik Meirez. We are at the end of additional time. This could be the final action of the first half. In fact, there isn't even enough time for Jules Lee to complete the throw-in. And the first half ends with AC Port of Spain in a 3-2 lead over the defense force. Their goal scored by Jamil Neptune in the 19th and 30th minute, and a third added by Shondell Augustus. Whereas the defense force, they got their goals from Dwight Quintero and Brent Sam. Another look at the first half highlights. So the defense force trying to come forward. Slowly, AC Port of Spain grew into their own. They had Sion Thomas thinking about sizing one up from distance. That time it was really disappointing. And then Cedale McLean onto his left foot. Only the deflection kept it out of Christopher Biggett's goal. AC Port of Spain continued to come forward. This here was one of the moments of the match. Really inviting delivery by Shea Benny, asking Jamil Neptune to rise. And what an addition he's proven to be. It's his first match in this Ascension tournament for AC Port of Spain. And his header crashed off the underside of the crossbar and in to make it 1-0. Then here he linked beautifully with Benny, who was looking to pick out that far corner. Just missed out. Cedale McLean had a great chance as well, catching Biggett off his line, but just couldn't get it up and over and into the net. But it certainly was a continued expression of intent by AC Port of Spain, all until Dwight Quintero pulled the defense force level. Rayon Moore nodding it back down to his front man. Quintero swept it home. Maurice Ford was one of, or rather the only player to be booked in the first half. And that was before Jamil Neptune and Shea Benny linked again. Benny with a brilliant reverse pass. No look at that. And Neptune slotted it past Biggett to make it 2-1 in favor then of AC Port of Spain. Anthony Charles booked here for the offense. And the defense force continue to try to find a way back. That time, Rayon Moore's headers just glanced wide. And then this was the moment here where where AC Port of Spain made the defense force pay. Che Benny taking the free kick quickly. And Shondell Augustus equally as alert to clip it over Bigot and in for a 3-1 AC Port of Spain lead at that time. They looked to be coasting towards half-time until Brent Sam delivered yet another goal for the defense force to pull them back within one. And at half-time, that's how it stands. Thanks to that man, Brent Sam, the defense force trailing, though, 3-2 against AC Port of Spain here at the Arima Velodrome. It's Ascension Tournament Football, Saturday evening doubleheader, game number 2. Stay with us. We'll be back with second half action.
Make sure you have yourself a great investment week by viewing The Boss Report every Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. during CNC3's The Morning Brew. You'll get sound financial advice, whether you're a new or experienced investor, when you view The Boss Report. CNC3, covering your world.
Get the nation's leading newspaper on the go by downloading the Digital Guardian app on your iOS or Android devices now and enjoy our special introductory subscription offer now on. The nation's first and best digital paper in an easy-to-read digital format. The Digital Guardian, Trinidad and Tobago's fastest growing, most subscribed and most read digital paper. Stay on top with the market leader and don't miss a beat in today's fast-paced world. Go to Apple Store or Google Play and download now.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe, cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy your treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for a carnival, if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are a very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
It's here at a newsstand near you. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win $1,000 instantly when you purchase the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. It's quick and easy for your chance to win. A unique number will be printed at the back of each Guardian newspaper daily. Purchase your Guardian newspaper, then join JW for the daily Guardian Lucky Number Draw, the winning number on just before the nightly news on CNC3. If the number drawn matches the unique number at the back of your Guardian newspaper, then $1,000 is yours. Just bring the winning Guardian newspaper and a picture ID to Guardian Media Limited. You have until 3 p.m. the following workday to claim your prize. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win. NLCB approved.
Are you at home feeling isolated? Don't worry, we will bring the world to you. The nation's first and leading newspaper, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, is extending a special home delivery for 30 days for just $99. Yes, for just $99, you can get the TNT Guardian newspaper, the fastest growing and most read newspaper, most credible and highest reader value, and voted tops for best publication by more readers than any other newspaper, delivered to your home. It's easy to subscribe to our home delivery. Simply call us now at 225-4465, extension 4274, and speak to one of our customer service representatives, and we will bring the world to you.
We are the fourth estate. We educate, we inform, and we hold those in authority, politicians, business leaders, and others, to account.
Connecting the public to the truth drives our purpose here at CNC3. When we stand behind a desk every single night, a lot of people don't know that we're a huge part of the news process. We eat, breathe, and sleep news. And that reflects in everything that we do as a news team.
Every day we tell the stories of people's journey through life. Stories of their success, stories of their sadness, stories of their grief, stories of their glory. We're the mirror in which society looks at itself.
When a storm is coming, everyone always thinks worst case scenario, and sometimes it may just be a brief shower or two. It's not always going to be a green veil level event. So it's important to have the most credible and accurate information coming from a verified source.
Welcome, you're watching the 7 o'clock news on CNC3.
Calling all filmmakers, producers, content creators, influencers, and recording artists. If you're looking to rent a versatile studio space with green screen, video wall, cyclorama, and more, look no further. GM Labs is here to make your dreams a reality. Located in the heart of Port of Spain on St. Vincent Street, GM Labs is your one-stop shop for all your creative needs, with over 2,800 square feet to work with. Take your creative concept to the final product at GM Labs. Give us a call or WhatsApp or message us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at GM Labs TT.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Help us tell your stories.
We all see the negatives happening here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Let us begin the conversation
with inspiring content.
Targeting change.
Inspire TT. Be the change.
The Digital Guardian launches this all-new upgraded Digital Guardian app. This all-new upgraded Digital Guardian app gives you live news on the go. Now get real-time news faster with notifications free of charge to keep you informed on breaking stories. Customize your news feed with only articles you are interested in for easier, comfortable reading and with same convenient access to the digital paper. Visit the iOS App Store and Google Play Store to download or update the Digital Guardian app, the most credible news in TNT. Already have an account? Simply tap on the resource subscription button in settings to sign in. It's a free update.
Make sure you have yourself a great invest week by viewing The Boss Report every Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. during CNC3's The Morning Brew. You'll get sound financial advice, whether you're a new or experienced investor, when you view The Boss Report. CNC3, covering your world.
Get the nation's leading news.
We are back live at the Arima Velodrome for second half action in the second match of this Saturday evening doubleheader. AC Port of Spain to your left of screen taking on the Defense Force, and it's AC Port of Spain leading in this one 3-2. Goal scored by Jamil Neptune in the 19th minute before the Defense Force were able to equalize in the 27th through Dwight Quintero. AC Port of Spain took a lead again as Neptune and Shea Benny linked beautifully for a second time to make it 2-1, and then they went into a 3-1 advantage courtesy Shondell Augustus, with Shea Benny notching his third assist of the evening. Just on the stroke of half-time, in additional time rather, Brent Sam was able to pull one back for the Defense Force, and it sees them trailing 3-2 to start this second half. They've made one substitution to start this second period, the Defense Force. The player coming in is Justin Garcia. He goes immediately into the center of defense alongside Curtis Gonzalez. And the player coming out, Jamali Garcia. AC Port of Spain winning possession high up, and Sion Thomas tries to find a way through before Justin Garcia steps in, and it's booted forward now towards Quintero. Good hold up play by him, shrugs off Michel Punanjaran, and now slips it to the player arriving in support, Rayon Moore. Rayon Moore will take on Kareem Eastman, get his cross in, but it's met at the first post by Maurice Ford. Still alive though for the Defense Force before Ford eventually comes now away with it and asks Eastman to complete the clearance, but only as far as Kevin Goddard, who can't quite keep it in play. Meanwhile, this is a free kick here for AC Port of Spain. Shea Benny will try to deliver it as directly as possible. Clips it up now towards McLean, and it's headed away for AC Port of Spain corner kick by Jelani Felix. Corner kick to AC Port of Spain, and Shea Benny is taking his merry time coming over to this near side. It's going to be in swinging. Poor delivery that by his standards, especially Benny. Kept alive for AC Port of Spain. This is Augustus trying to free it from beneath him and just can't quite get it to McLean on the outside. Goal kick instead to the Defense Force. Then Sam now holding up against Tian Thomas, who commits the foul. Felix to take. Goes back to Justin Garcia. Being harassed by Augustus, but steps out of it comfortably enough, and now Gonzalez will try to get the Defense Force motoring forward. This is a good ball out towards Rayon Moore. Lays it back now to Goddard. Not known to take too many shots from distance, Goddard, and so he gets it out to Lee and gets it back now. Garcia with Felix on the outside of him. And ahead of him is Brent Sam. Brent Sam turns away now, and Sion Thomas does well to get himself in between the ball and man. The referee Sobers has seen something certainly that we didn't, and awards instead a free kick to the defense force. Although it appeared as though Sam was crawling all over the back there of Thomas. Felix is going to take this free kick. Not a particularly good one, and now AC Port of Spain cleared away through Eastman. It's coming back at them now. Cooper lifts this one in towards Quintero. Can't quite control. AC Port of Spain hanging on, trying to get this one clear. Felix now. Good tackle by Pudangeron. Gets it to Benny. Benny now being harassed by Dylan King. It spreads the play to Neptune. Neptune now to Charles. Heavy touch, but still with AC Port of Spain now, and Benny to McLean. Neptune joins in support, but McLean goes on the outside of his man Felix, and he's brought down. Clumsy challenge by Felix. Free kick to AC Port of Spain. Referee Sobers keeps the cards tucked away for the moment. But Jelani Felix certainly was finding himself on the wrong side of that man, Cedale McLean. Forced into a clumsy challenge. And now AC Port of Spain have a free kick in a dangerous position. Shea Benny will oversee. What is he thinking? Trying to go for goal, but it's into the wall. And Benny still has it, clips it in towards McLean, now rather Mirez, and it's cleared away by Goddard. Defense force able to dodge a bullet that time. But McLean will switch it, looking for Benny again, but Brent Sam does the defensive work to clear it away. Throw in instead to AC Port of Spain. Referee Walt Norega was having a word or two for Mirez, to whom the final chance fell. Here now is McLean, triple teamed. Defense force bring it away now. More slips. Eastman takes charge. Eastman will have a crack from quite some way out. Never really threatened Christopher Biggett's goal. And he offers his hand of apology now to his teammates. Looking for something spectacular that time. Eastman. Here now is Gonzalez for the defense force, and to the outside of him, Jules Lee. Jules Lee pushes it up towards Moore, and it's just deflected back all the way through to Poon Lewis, and goal for AC Port of Spain. He'll use up all the time he can. And delivers this one toward McLean. The header won though by Felix. Quintero has coming back from an offside position. And man, Brent Sam shows his disappointment with his strike partner. Going to be a free kick near the half line. In fact, referee Sobers now indicates that the infringement was a bit further back. And Malik Mirez will take charge for AC Port of Spain. Here now is Benny. Benny into Augustus. Augustus with a good turn and a good low shot, forcing Bigot into a diving save. Still there is Augustus, somehow able to get onto that one, and it looked like a penalty. The shots go up. The AC Port of Spain players and all in the attendance, the audience here this evening, go up in protest. Then Sam getting the better of Mirez there, but just can't deliver it onto a defense force head or foot. AC Port of Spain bring it away now. This is Neptune. He's hustled out of it. And still, the protests have not subsided from that earlier penalty shout. Shondell McLean is still felled in the defense force penalty area. He came storming through it. It was his shot initially that forced Bigot into a save. Scrambling save to his left that time, Christopher Bigot. And as he went after the loose ball, Augustus came flying through. Let's have another look at it. Good turn by Augustus and a good low shot. And here he was now, coming in for the second attempt. And boy, oh boy, I say that the defense force have gotten away from something here. Referee Crystal Sobers didn't quite spot it, it seems. And there was Augustus. He got the first touch, he certainly did. And Bigot came crashing through. That looked like a penalty to me. Referee Sobers, though, has said otherwise. Meanwhile, Augustus slowly gets to his feet. A look of disappointment on his face. It's good to see Shea Benny, though, in a much more jovial mood. As referee Sobers now looks to get us going once again. It's going to be AC Port of Spain ball. Mirez gets this one out to Neptune. Neptune is looking for a way ahead. Instead goes back now to Ford. Cleared away by Gonzalez. To Sam. And now it's forced all the way back to Poon Lewis. Gets there ahead of Quintero. Short pass. That time, almost letting Quintero and the defense force in. Would have been a gift. This is Punanjaran now. Poor touch. Even better touch by Quintero to Cooper. Shouts for another free kick. Goa begging, and then Poon Lewis now gets this one up, aimed at Benny. Headed away though. Still alive, AC Port of Spain. Win it through Charles. This is Punanjaran now. Blocked away by Moore. Cooper. And blocked by Punanjaran. Picked up now by Neptune. McLean looking for the run of Augustus, and Augustus just shows him where he wanted that pass delivered. That time McLean couldn't quite get it correct. Defense force come the other way now. Goddard spreads this one out toward Sam. Sam will take on his man. Eastman doesn't quite get the better of him. He has to be careful, Eastman, and so too Punanjaran, but he comes away with it. Battling and combative midfielder, AC Port of Spain. And now it's with Neptune, aimed at Augustus. Taken care of assuredly enough by the defense force player there, Justin Garcia, and then the pass from Felix Just lacking in accuracy. Hudson Baba Charles is moved to his feet, trying to get his defense force players to settle. This is McLean, 2 for company, including Garcia and Felix. Just loses out to Goddard, who takes it off of his toes and sets the defense force forward now. This is Brent Sam trying to play the reverse pass, but it ricochets into the path of Dylan King. Plays a good through ball to Rayon Moore, and here comes Poon Lewis, gets his foot to it, and referee Sobers points to the penalty spot. She says it's a penalty for the defense force. And despite the protests of the AC Port of Spain players, this is going to be a spot kick from 12 yards out for the defense force. It looked as though Poon Lewis was able to get there ahead of Moore and effect the foot save. Let's have another look. Good ball through by Dylan King, and out came Poon Lewis. He used his feet. Well, your guess is as good as mine what referee Sobers might have seen. Let's see another angle here. Front on. Here came Moore. He did get a foot to it before the goalkeeper, but I would say that Poon Lewis certainly got the ball as well. Referee Sobers, though, seemed convinced enough to point to the penalty spot, and it's going to be a chance for the defense force for a second time in this match to pull level. Brent Sam is going to take charge of it. Poon Lewis up to some sort of trickery, perhaps trying to throw off Brent Sam. Going to be Brent Sam. Can he beat Jadal Poon Lewis from 12 yards out? Certainly can. Just like that, the defense force are level again at 3 goals all. Brent Sam has a double, a set piece double at that, a free kick at the fringe of the first half. Rather, the fringe of half time, and then now converting from 12 yards out to make it AC Port of Spain 3, the defense force 3. Really good spot kick by Sam. Buries it to the left of Poon Lewis, sending the AC Port of Spain goalkeeper the wrong way in the process. Here they come again now, the defense force. They seem energized. Dylan King plays it into Cooper. This is Sam on a hat trick. Good save by Poon Lewis. Diving low to his right and smothering it to keep AC Port of Spain level. Port of Spain now harassing the defense force. It's with Kevin Goddard. Forced back to Curtis Gonzalez. Gets it to Jules Lee, but it's picked up now by Punanjaron. Che Benny tries to get a foot in. Can't quite do so. King lays it off to Lee now. Lee goes all the way across to Justin Garcia. And Rayon Moore now shows in support. A good ball to the advancing Jelani Felix. Acres of space ahead of him, and 3 to aim at across the penalty area. Can't pick out any of them beyond Malik Mirez for AC Port of Spain, and Sion Thomas completes clearance. It's going to be picked up now by Neptune. Neptune turns his man and is pulled to the ground by Jules Lee. Referee Sobers will dip into a top pocket and issue a yellow card to Jules Lee of the defense force. So quite clear and obvious foul that time on Jamil Neptune. Seemed to be some sort of conversation happening between the two technical staffs, As Michel Punanjaran clips this free kick up towards Shea Benny. Augustus is interested in the loose ball, but he's going to be beaten to it by Justin Garcia. Puts in a sliding challenge to ensure that the defense force can't quite come out of their defensive third that easily. Here now is a throw-in, Jelani Felix. Charles only manages in giving it to, and here now is Ford winning it for AC Port of Spain. Shea Benny will line up a shot, tries to go across Christopher Bigot. He scored a similar one here several weeks back against Real Westport United that nestled into the top corner. Certainly he was relying on muscle memory this time to see if he could duplicate that effort. Shea Benny, remember, he already has 3 assists in this affair. A goal would top it off for him, certainly. Off in the distance, AC Port of Spain seems to be readying Dwayne Muckett, Trinidad and Tobago International, to see if he can come and perhaps compose their midfield a bit. The defense force has certainly been winning those battles in the last few minutes, and a player like Dwayne Muckett definitely would be instrumental to them regaining the ascendancy. The player that remains down looks to be Maurice Ford of AC Port of Spain, being treated now for a hand injury, it seems. Junior Maxwell, the AC Port of Spain physio. Those that have turned up here at the Arima Velodrome certainly have witnessed an exciting encounter thus far. 4 goals in the first half shared between these two teams. 5 goals rather, and the 6th scored just in the 61st minute by Brent Sam, which brings the defense force level at 3 goals apiece. Play will restart now through Bigot. Here now comes Dylan King for the defense force. Shares it with Felix. This is a loose pass picked up now by Augustus. Augustus will look to go at his man. Gets past Justin Garcia, and that certainly was a clumsy challenge. He'll be shown a caution for that, as Augustus certainly was past him. And referee Sobers puts Justin Garcia into her little bad book. Free kick now to AC Port of Spain. From this sort of position, there's no other choice than Shea Benny. Can he work some sort of fantasy strike to further ignite this second game of this Saturday evening doubleheader here at the Arima Velodrome? The defense force has placed a 4-man wall between Benny and goal, including some tall figures in Brent Sam, Dwight Quintero, and Dylan King. Benny gets it up and over the wall, but straight into the arms of Bigot. He makes a comfortable save and sends the defense force on their way now. They'll try to mount a counter-attack. There's Sam just striding away. Good first touch as well. He'll cross it in now towards Moore. Moore rises. Can't connect. It's laid back by Quintero to King. And that shot is sliced away for a goal kick to AC Port of Spain. So the counter-attack by the defense force almost coming to something special. That man Dylan King, though, unable to hit the target just about the edge of the 18-yard area. In the meanwhile, here comes now Dwayne Muckett for AC Port of Spain, an Arima boy himself, and he certainly will receive a warm welcome in place of Shondell Augustus for AC Port of Spain. So Shondell Augustus did get his goal this evening in the 38th minute, and that happened to put AC Port of Spain up 3-1. Since then, though, the Defence Force have fought back to stand level at 3 goals apiece. Here's Michel Penangeron evading 3 tackles. I just can't quite fashion something else, but it's still alive now. This is Muckett trying to slip Neptune through. Still Muckett. Crowded out of it though by the Defence Force back line. And now they come away with it through Jamil Cooper. Not much happening ahead of him, so he's going back now to Jules Lee. Curtis Gonzalez with Muckett at his back. Gets it back up to Cooper. And now here's Lee once more. Gives it off to Sam. Gets it back now, Jules Lee. Has time to cross it. Dylan King once more can't hit the target, and it's out for a goal kick to AC Port of Spain. 70 minutes played now, 20 minutes left in this one for either team to find a winner. On the balance of play, certainly can't be said that a draw won't be a fair result. But to win it from this position certainly would mean something special for either team. Meanwhile, the Defence Force uses the opportunity to make another substitution. Dylan King's shift is over, and Kasim Keller will enter. Referee Crystal Sobers has had an interesting game, as her latest bit of work has seen a free kick awarded now to AC Port of Spain. Malik Mirez will take charge, but Che Benny instead comes over now, off in the distance. Kadeem Eastman wants a piece of it, but instead Benny tries to go the direct route, and Bigot claims. Bowls it out to Goddard, who helps it along to Lee. And it's back now with Bigot. Uncomfortable back pass. Bigot gets it away now, but only as far as Charles, and now it's with McLean. Back to Charles. Good work by that pair. Penangeron now to Neptune. Neptune turns his man. He'd think about going after Lee. Instead slips this one inside neatly to Penangeron. Muckett now. Closed out of it by Rayon Moore. And now Mirez finally gets it to Cian Thomas. Ahead of him is Benny. Benny will think about taking his man for a run and puts him on his backside. Foul now, and the audience goes up in amazement. Che Benny certainly has put the substitute Kasim Keller onto the highlight reel. We'd love to have another look at that one. In the meantime, though, Che Benny prepares to deliver yet another set piece. He's been off his game somewhat from these set pieces, but the more he gets, certainly the more increasingly likely it is that he'll be able to deliver something that the AC Port of Spain attack could work with. Here's Bigot. Can't quite get it away. Muckett keeps it alive. Mirez now shouts for handball. And referee Sobers once again points to the penalty spot. This time, AC Port of Spain will have the opportunity to score from 12 yards out. Meanwhile, there's a conference between the Defence Force players and their goalkeeper, Christopher Biggett. It was his flapped up chance at the Shea Benny free kick that led to them keeping this one alive. As we saw, Sam won the header. Biggett was not certain about it. Couldn't quite get a firm enough hand. Wayne Muckett kept it alive. And then look at this from Mirez. He heeled it onto the hand of Jules Lee. And it's going to be to Shea Benny. Certainly he has thoughts of a few weeks back where he missed one, crashed off the crossbar against Westport. And this time he misses another as Biggett is able to make amends. Shea Benny unable to beat the Defence Force goalkeeper. And here they come the other way now, Defence Force. Felix plays this one into Watts Cooper, but it was slightly behind him. And then Neptune with a neat dummy to Punanjaron. He's looking for Muckett. Half cleared by Felix. Picked up now by Cooper. Gives it to Goddard. And Goddard back to Felix. And this is a giveaway. Anthony Charles steps in. Good turn now by McLean. He has two for company. Goddard being one of them, who eventually commits the foul, and is going to be yet another free kick for AC Port of Spain. Shea Benny certainly remains high in confidence. Moments ago missed a penalty. 15 minutes left, or just under. And he's going to take charge of this free kick now. Spears it out towards Neptune, aiming at Neptune, but the header won by Jules Lee. Still anyone's game, this one. 14 minutes for either of these two teams to shatter the break in case of emergency glass. Complete the heist. Here it is with Neptune. Punanjaron helps it on now to Eastman. That's a scuffed cross, but a good take by McLean. Gets it now to Muckett. Wider now to Benny. Brings it onto his right foot. Back onto his left. Still twisting, turning, and he buries it. Shea Benny, ladies and gentlemen. You beauty. Shea Benny, you absolute beauty. We thought the moment had passed, but somehow the little magician, the maestro, Shea Benny, is able to find a way to restore the lead for AC Port of Spain. And what a player it takes to do that. He missed a penalty, remember. Let's look at it again. Wayne Muckett gets it out to him. Benny puts it onto his right, back onto his left. 3 for company, and shoots through the legs of Justin Garcia to make it AC Port of Spain 4, the Defence Force 3. What a goal, what a player, what a performance. 3 assists, and now a goal to go along with it by Shea Benny. These next 13 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, are going to leave you standing. Believe me. Can the Defence Force find the required response? Certainly they are not wasting time to see if they can. They've already readied 2 substitutions down on the bench, one of them being the tournament's leading scorer, Jamil Boatswain, the other Keyshawn Hackshaw. Meanwhile, though, they'll have some defending to do. Biggett claims this one quite comfortably. Sends them on their way again through Gonzalez before referee Sobers stops play to attend to Malik Mirez, who's down on this near side. That Shea Benny goal is going to be played over and over and over in the weeks to come. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that. I give you my guarantee, because he made something out of absolutely nothing. And it sets this game up for a grandstand finish. 12 minutes left. Here it is again. Can't get enough of it. Shea Benny really looked to have missed the moment. And somehow was able to fashion space and time to shoot low and through the legs of Justin Garcia, through a crowd of Defense Force players, and wheels away in celebration. Meanwhile, Boatswain will enter play as a replacement for Dwight Quintero, and Hackshaw will replace Defense Force's own Brent Sam, who's already scored a double today, but has certainly seemed to have run out of steam as his team continues to trail in this one. 4 goals to 3. Play resumes meanwhile. It's going to be harmlessly out for an AC Port of Spain. Goal kick. So we entered the final 10 minutes of play here at the Arima Velodrome. Game 2 of this evening's doubleheader. AC Port of Spain, after storming to a 3-1 lead, were pulled back at 3-all by the Defense Force, courtesy Dwight Quintero and Brent Sam. And then a moment of pure inspiration from Shea Benny has brought them the lead again. 4 goals to 3, less than 10 minutes to play. This is Dwayne Muckett. What a take. What a silky move there by the Trinidad and Tobago international. You could see why. His quality immediately apparent. And he earns a free kick, which once again, bet your bottom dollar, Shea Benny might be interested in. Referee Sovers points to her whistle to let the players know that they have to wait on her to blow. Dwayne Muckett, wow, oh boy, what a move. Consultation now between the player that won the free kick and the designated set piece taker for AC Port of Spain. And certainly Christopher Biggett will have reason to worry. 5 in the wall this time as a result of the quality standing behind the ball. Is it going to be Muckett? Is it going to be Benny? It's Benny! Diving save by Biggett, still alive, recycled to Benny. Beats his man, has a crack, just wide. So Shea Benny is in the mood, a big mood at that Saturday afternoon at the Arima Velodrome. It's his goal that separates the two teams currently. And by the looks of it, he just might have another in him. Defense Force come forward now. This is a miscued pass, cleared away by Kareem Eastman. Throw into the Defense Force. Headed away by Maurice Ford. Back again for the Defense Force. Both Swain in the wars, and Punanjaran finally gets it now to McLean. Ahead of him is Benny. He'll give chase, but not before Keller. Or rather, Felix. Felix with it now. Plays it up towards Rayon Moore. He's been kept relatively quiet. Here he is on the storm. Good tackle coming in by Punanjaran. Wins it. Distributes it to Charles. Awkward pass towards muck it, but Kunanjaran, as ever, is there to mop it up. Benny now on the ball. Thinking about going to goal. Cuts back. Kunanjaran shuffles it back to Benny. Charles now. Benny gets it back. Something might be on here. Just looking for the reverse pass to release McLean. Couldn't find it. Now they're on the defensive as that wayward pass there by Goddard goes out of play for an AC Port of Spain throw-in. Six minutes on the clock. This is going to be thrown into the defense force. It's taken. Goddard now attempts to pick out Moore. He does, but it's cleared away by Malik Meirez. Moore hasn't had the best of games this afternoon and has been kept very quiet. But with his quality, never count him out. This is Botswain now trying to flick this one on. Instead it comes all the way through to Eastman, and he allows Kun Lewis rather to collect. He's asking his team to forge ahead. It's over the head of McLean, however. For another throw into the defense force. Felix thinks about going back to Gonzalez, instead goes to Keller, who can't return it. The defense force need to be more assured than they have been if they are to try to rescue this current situation. They are staring at their first defeat of this Ascension tournament, but in the meantime they ready two more substitutions. Rivaldo Coriat and Hashim Arcia will enter. Arcia as a direct replacement for Jamil Cooper. And Coriat, it looks as though, will replace Goddard. So pretty positive substitutions there. Two very attack-minded players, Coriat and... But here's Benny in the meantime, forcing a save out of Bigot. Here they come again now, the Army. Rion Moore gets by the tackle of Meirez before that's dumped away by Sion Thomas, but not before the whistle had gone for the foul on Moore. Free kick here to the defense force. Felix is going to deliver. 6 defense force players across the top of the penalty area. Eventually though, it's cleared away by AC Port of Spain as far as Lee gets it back to Hackshaw. Played it in now to Arcia. Eastman sees a way to win it and does. Sets Benny on the way, and this is a ball over the top aimed at Muckett. Bigot comes to the edge of his area and heads it away. But the break certainly was on that time. Benny needed to be a bit more accurate in his delivery. A better ball would have put Dwayne Muckett through on goal. As we approach 2 minutes left in this encounter here at the Arima Velodrome, and what an encounter it has been. 7 goals shared between the defense force and AC Port of Spain, with the latter holding a narrow 4-3 lead and looking for more. This is McLean now. He'll take it to the corner flag, no doubt. Moore barely keeps it in and then boots it away. AC Port of Spain still have possession via another throw-in. On Thomas. To McLean again. Good take and turn. Gets it to Muckett. Muckett evades one tackle. Spreads it around to Benny. Benny certainly will have a goal. It's another low shot held on by Bigot. Then a slight coming together. Jaws calls for the referee to intervene, but she doesn't. And now it's Neptune on the outside of him. Or rather, the inside is McLean. McLean in the wars. Defense force now bring it forward through Coriat. Spreads it to Lee. Eastman comes across. Lee delivers the cross though to Boatswain. Handball is the call though. Another wasted opportunity. We're into the final minute, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth official Keelan Bacchus is about to indicate how many additional minutes. And there are 4 minutes to be added on. Depends on which side of the fence you're on, whether that's 4 too many or certainly not enough. This is Benny on the ball again meantime, twisting and turning past his man, still in possession, gets away from Keller on that far side. Will he take it to the corner, kick to the corner flag? He does. It's about time and game management for AC Port of Spain now. He's bundled over. Nothing's going to give, says referee Sobers, as the defense force hurry themselves forward. There's another free kick though to the defense force. Restarted by Gonzalez to Justin Garcia. He has Felix in support, and ahead of him is Rayon Moore. Cleared away though by Anthony Charles. This one is becoming a bit heated. You see some AC Port of Spain players strewn across the floor. The latest being Thomas, but the defense force play on. Here comes Gordon Lewis with a strong punch away. And all the way back to pick it up now is Benny. Referee Sobers now sees it fit to stop play to allow Thomas, who's holding his head, to receive some treatment. So almost a minute and a half of 4 additional played so far. And it seems as though AC Port of Spain might have done enough. But never say never. The defense force certainly, if they have not done so this evening, have demonstrated that they can fight and scrap their way back. They've done so twice today to equalize after twice going behind. Dwight Quintero got the first equalizer in the 27th. He's since been substituted. And Brent Sam also managed to equalize at 3 each in the 61st. So half of the additional time has elapsed. Defense force coming forward again. This is Boatswain on the turn. Smothered. And Poon Lewis takes the opportunity just to fall on it and eat up some more valuable seconds. Meanwhile, play stopped again as Jamil Neptune, one of the impact players in this AC Port of Spain team, also needs to be seen after. You'd have to cast your minds back to the 19th and 30th minutes for his contributions today. He's one of the newest to wear AC Port of Spain colours, and my oh my, what an impact he's made. He put them 1 goal ahead in the 19th and then up 2-1 in the 31st, in the 30th rather. As AC Port of Spain came out of the blocks flying, rocking the defense force. So just about 30 seconds remaining on the clock, plus whatever time referee Sobers will add 2 additional time for these stoppages. The AC Port of Spain will think that they are nearing the finish line here this evening. Here comes referee Sobers now as she seeks to get play restarted. Spoon Lewis. Kicks this one all the way through to Bigot. Minor slip. Referee Sobers has a look at her watch. Not yet, she says. As the defense force lump it forward, players attack it. Falls now to Coriat. He has the support of Moore. This one is going to be cut out and cleared away. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the final whistle. AC Port of Spain orchestrating one of the upsets of the tournament, erasing the previously unbeaten record of the defense force with a masterful 4-3 win orchestrated by that man in your screen, Che Benny. 3 assists and a goal, so he had a hand in each of their 4 goals as they come away with a 4-3 win from the Arima Velodrome over the defense force. And you can see those AC Port of Spain players pumped, including one of their goal scorers there, Shondell Augustus. As we have another look at the second half highlights. It started with the defense force trailing 3-2. Or rather, these are the first half highlights. This was the first goal, Shea Benny delivering a beautiful cross to Jamil Neptune to make it 1-0. But here came the defense force once again. Dwight Quintero there to sweep home Rayon Moore's not down. They continue to go in search, but then a yellow card search shown there to Maurice Ford, and then Benny with perhaps easily the pick of his assist today, sending Neptune clean through for his second goal to put AC Port of Spain 2-1 ahead for a second time in the match. And then Benny with another assist, this time picking out Augustus, and he just lifted it beyond Christopher Bigot to make it 3-1. Brent Sam had something to say about it. He scored that goal there at the cusp of half-time to make it 3-2. And then in the second half, AC Port of Spain knew that they had to fight their way back. They had a good shout here. What looked to be a penalty for a late challenge by Bigot, going ignored by referee Crystal Sobers. But then, on the other end, she awarded a penalty to Rayon Moore and the defense force here. Jardel Poon Lewis seemed to make contact, and he was assured, but so too was Brent Sam from 12 yards out, converting to make it 3-all. It meant that there was all to play for in the remainder of that match. That goal coming in the 61st. Sam, though, had another opportunity saved by Poon Lewis, as both teams tried to get something decisive. That time, Jules Lee had to be cautioned for that foul on Neptune. And then Justin Garcia also cautioned for that foul on Augustus. Che Benny had a few opportunities, including that free kick. And then he went to work. The little magician, just look at the footwork here, leaving his man on his back. And then here, they were awarded another penalty. AC Port of Spain, this time Malik Mirez with the presence of mind to backheel that one, and referee Sobers saw a handball, but Benny could not convert. Any other player may have been left dejected and downtrodden by that miss, but Benny continued to work his magic, trying to make amends for that earlier miss. It eventually arrived, his moment, and here he twisted, turned it each and every way, and then screwed a shot down into the bottom corner on his weaker right foot to complete the win for AC Port of Spain, 4-3. And the more you look at it, the more you are left speechless and in amazement at what that man was able to achieve. And certainly he and his teammates were feeling that they were on the verge of a really special result. In the end, AC Port of Spain 4, the Defence Force 3. And once more, the record of the Defence Force blemished. They suffer their first defeat in this Ascension tournament of Trinidad and Tobago 2022 as the defending champions. We'll take a break and then we'll have a chat with some of the major protagonists in this one.
On the go by downloading the Digital Guardian app on your iOS or Android devices now and enjoy our special introductory subscription offer now on. The nation's first and best digital paper in an easy-to-read digital format. The Digital Guardian, Trinidad and Tobago's fastest growing, most subscribed and most read digital paper. Stay on top with the market leader and don't miss a beat in today's fast-paced world. Go to Apple Store or Google Play and download now.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy your treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right?
Welcome back to the Arena Velodrome at the end of this one, which finished in favor of AC Port of Spain 4-3 against the Defence Force. We're here with Defence Force head coach Hudson Barber Charles. Coach, your thoughts on what we just witnessed here?
I thought, in terms of the game, I thought it was a good game. You know what I mean? Have to give credit for AC Port of Spain. They really came out and they played like they wanted to win.
It's the kind of blip you would want to avoid as defending champions, and so tight at the top there with La Hocketa Rangers, a draw last week, a defeat, your first defeat of the season this week.
Yeah, well, that's how the game goes sometimes, you know. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, right? And you just have to go back on, you know, go back to the training pitch and try and get it right? But, you know, we're going to bounce back.
Do you think the title defense is still alive, Coach? We into week 12, just about 8 more fixtures.
Games to go, and you know, as defending champions, we can't give up. You know, we had to just look for the positives.
Thanks a lot, Hudson Charles, head coach of the Defence Force. Walt Noriega of AC Port of Spain joins us now. Coach, you've and your team have orchestrated and engineered a major result here this evening. Talk us through it.
First, I want to give credit to the Defence Force because it's a strong opposition with a lot of depth. For our team now, the boys and them played their heart out. They executed well, and I'm very proud of their performance tonight.
Yeah, or when you look at the way this match went, at one point you all were somewhat comfortable, but you can't ever, say that it's won against the defense force. You had to go right down to the very end.
Yeah, well, we know that in this game we'd have to battle hard. We'd have to battle for the 90 minutes. And I keep saying that we conceded goals, so I know there was always a chance that they would get back one. And I think the boys and them did well to manage the game, manage the 90 minutes. And at time I feel we was very comfortable in possession with the ball, so I think the boys and them executed well.
Talk to me about Che Benny and his performance tonight. Of course, the character he showed to keep his head held high rather after missing the penalty.
Well, Che is a player with exceptional ability, and I think it just augurs well the way that we play. It suits his game, and I think is now that he putting himself in the window for selection at the national level. So I hope that whoever may be Angus have a look at him here, because it's something that he could add to the team.
Thanks a lot, Walt Noriega, head coach of AC Port of Spain. The man of the moment, the player of the match is Che Benny, 3 assists and that game winner. Che, I don't want to ask you too much. What happened out there?
I think it was a great game. Before the game, the guys came to me and they were like, Benny, you have to do it first today. And I think I executed well today.
Talk us through, the penalty and then, what was going through your mind with the free kicks you had after that and then that opportunity to score the last goal.
The penalty, I missed one last week and I wanted to redeem myself this week, and I missed again. But the players, they keep balling. You will get back one. Keep your head in the game. The free kicks, I got 2 on target, but it didn't come off. How it's supposed to. So it's just going back to the training park and work on those little errors and mistakes I made.
Just before we get to that last goal, let's go to the first 2. You and Jamil Neptune seem to share a really good connection on the field.
Yeah, we played futsal together. I played a lot of small goal tournaments with him as well. So I know how he plays, and even before the game he was like, Benny, just put it in the pocket for me and I will get there.
And then that magical last goal, Che Benny?
The last goal, I just, missed a penalty and, the guys was like, and coach was like, keep your head in the game, Benny, keep your head in the game because you'll get one, and, when the ball came to me, I saw the keeper, he came to his first post and, it just, for me, was to get it on target, and I'm thankful for God for giving me that,
Excellent finish, if I do say so myself. Che Benny, thank you very much. Man of the match this evening here as AC Port of Spain come away with a 4-3 win over the Defence Force. A really exciting affair. And on behalf of everyone here at the Ascension tournament, I am Jassy Marik saying thank you for joining us. But before we do leave you, let's have another look at that really special moment engineered by Che Benny.